Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel. This is Chibuchi and HHG. In today's video, I'm about to share the topic that says traveling internationally for the first time. So if this is your first time coming across our page, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you leave a comment. By so doing so, we appreciate your love, your kindness, and your support. Thank you. So back to today's topic, traveling international for the first time. Well, there are a lot of things we should consider before traveling international for the first time. I got some tips and some ways we could be able to prepare ourselves before you embark on an international travel. And here are the tips. Check your passport and your visa requirements. You must have a passport, you know that. You must have a passport before you travel, and check the visa requirements. Check what you require for you to have a visa to go to that country. Check and be sure about this. Secondly, vaccination and health precaution. Vaccination, we got the yellow vaccines, we got the COVID-19 vaccines, we have the malaria and typhoid vaccines and all of that. Make sure you get the vaccines, make sure you get them and be aware of it, because you're going to be asked at the airport, so make sure you got that right. Thirdly, understand currency and banking. We got to know the exchange rates. You know, the last time I talked about this video, I didn't really get much questions from the comment section and all of that, but here's another opportunity. We have to know about the currency difference of that country you're heading to. If you're from the United States, you're going to Nigeria, you're supposed to know about the exchange rate and know how much money you should be having in your possession before you get here. Fourthly, we got the local customs law. The local custom law differs in every country and in every society. So you could do your research about the laws and custom that is binding a country, and stick to the laws. It is not your country, you are only a foreigner. I believe you should know about the laws and stick to them when you find yourself in that country. Know the laws, stick to them, and have a time well spent in the country. Get your travel insurance. Most of us don't have travel insurance. Make sure you get them, keep them straight, get them printed out, just have everything up to date. So another tip is your accommodation and transportation. First thing first, accommodation. Where will I be residing? Do I want to reside in a rural area or in an urban area? And this all comes from your budget. It comes from your finance, how much you got at hand and how much you need to spend on accommodation, and also your transportation, because you want to be going around, you want to be exploring places and all of that. So all these should be put into consideration before you embark on a travel international. So another tip is security and awareness. Security. Everyone loves security and wants to be secure, but that starts from your environment and you. The environment you find yourself, you gotta make sure you are aware of your environment and stay informed. There are specific tips on any foreigner traveling to Nigeria particularly. These specific tips that's gonna guide you, keep you aware, and keep you informed. So one tip is power and internet. Most things don't work in Nigeria the way it works in the States. When it comes to power and internet, it cannot be compared to that of the States. So you gotta have in mind that the power is not 24 hours. You gotta have that in mind and prepare yourself if you want to stay in an environment where it is being connected to the solar system. By so doing, you now have in mind that, okay, my accommodation have a solar system powered by it, so I don't need to bother about light, I don't need to bother about the power bank, the battery pack, and all of that, because where I'm at, there's a 24 hours solar power supply. Second specific tip is the weather. Check the months you want to come, know the weather status, know if it's gonna be raining season, or dry season because of the clothes you're gonna be wearing and putting on. So check that and have that organized. And thirdly, the food and water, what you're gonna be eating. Do you like eating the local foods, or you love eating the seafoods and vegetables and all of that? You gotta have that in budget, because the prices of this food differs from different location to another location. You wouldn't want to be in a space where you aren't able to feed yourself all through the stay. So one thing I advise every foreigner is go for them local foods, because it's much more affordable and it helps you save more expenses than when you go to the eateries or you go to the restaurant, or when you even try to buy the materials and ingredients at the market and want to cook them yourself. I advise you go for the local dishes. They are well cooked from our natural resources. There's no preservative, and it's right cultivated from the soil and then to your pot, from the pot to the fire, from the fire to your belly. Food and water should be among your C you should consider before you plan coming to Nigeria. And last but not the least is your social life. You know, you want to be in an environment where you can be able to socialize with people, know what is going on, get updates, get news, get information and all of that. So social life really matters a lot. Do you want to find yourself in a place where you can be able to socialize with people around you? That's not gonna be fun, you know. But when you find yourself in a place where you could socialize, or you get to explore different type of people, culture, the tradition and the rest of them. So these my tips and awareness I want to bring to you all for any first timer or for any foreigner traveling internationally for the first time. Whatever is your comments, whatever is your suggestion, you could just leave it at the comment section. And if you have any questions, kindly leave it at the comment section and I'm gonna respond to you all later. Thank you.